the story The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. It tells the story of Junior Arnold Spirit, who grows up on the Spokane Indian res while being poor and bullied by almost everyone except his best friend. He was born with lots of medical issues, along with his dad drinking his pain away, like all the other Indians on the res. Feeling hopeless, he leaves the res to go to an all-white school where no other Indians are, and his tribe sees him as a traitor for that, but he is still chasing hope, and he manages to overcome the death of people he is close to, as well as racism and discrimination. Meaningful moments and passages I found important in the story are these. Do you understand how amazing it is to hear from an adult? Do you know how amazing it is to hear that from anybody? It's one of the simplest sentences in the world, just 4 words, but they're the 4 hugest words in the world when they're put together. You can do it. I can do it. Let's do it. I thought this quote was important because Junior finally felt like he could do something, especially when he doesn't hear such meaningful words from anybody else in his family or anybody in his old school. The next one is, I kept trying to find little pieces of joy in my life. That's the only way I managed to make it through all that death and change. Story, Junior has lots of heavy feelings about death, especially when a lot of people he knew died because of the use of alcohol. Motifs, theme, and cultural issues. Sports and competition is one of the motifs. Sports played a significant role in Junior's life before and after his transition to his new school. Junior was never a standout player on the res, but when he moved, he gained more attention and also basketball skills. Alcoholism is directly or indirectly responsible for the tragedy that the Spirit family experiences. Verbal and physical abuse. Junior is shown being a victim of verbal and physical abuse along with his best friend, but I won't spoil anything. The theme is race, less poverty, dreams, hope, and isolation. Cultural issues include identity, alcoholism, death, poverty, and Junior is kind of in two worlds during the story, being at his old school in the res and then moving to his new school. It goes along with the identity part of it and the cultural issues. And then poverty, obviously, him and his family were very poor and sometimes didn't even have enough money to drive him to school when Junior didn't have a ride or anything, and he was very ashamed of that. Positive, negatives, and warnings. Positives, this book is very humorous, so if you like humorous books, this is the one for you. It's beautifully written, and the book deals with many important issues such as bullying, feeling like an outcast, and feeling like you need to find a place in the world. Negatives, there's not really any negatives of this book because it's a great book, and except for the use of bad language, references to drugs and alcohol, that's about it. Warnings, there's racism, bullying, death, and sexual content. Overall, this book is pretty good. And again, if you like humorous, beautifully written books, then this is the book for you. And I think you should read it.